What's up guys, ABC Matt here bringing you another video. Today I'm going to a estate sale. It's a little bit of a cloudy day today. Not much going on with garage sales, so I figured just go to this estate sale. It's about 6:54 in the morning and I'm already like the 5th person in line. So thought I would be the first, not this time. I should have known. But anyway, thank you guys for getting me to that 1,000 subscriber mark. I appreciate it, and let's get to the show. Hey guys, ABC Matt. If you're new to the channel, I go to yard sales, estate sales, find undervalued items and sell on platforms like eBay, Poshmark, what have you. So I'm at an estate sale. First thing I want to pick up is this Pyrex. If you're not familiar with this particular Pyrex design, it was on the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel show. Thank God the Pyrex that I did pick up was in good condition, but the other Pyrex on the table were not good at all. The design of them, it had a lot of wear on it, and that's because they were put in the dishwasher. So just word to the wise with Pyrex, do not put it in the dishwasher because the water is so strong and so harsh that it wears off the design off the Pyrex and it's not worth as much. So with that being said, I'm moving on along, and guess what? I remember my black light this time around, and I'm actually using it. I'm always forgetting my black light, but this time around I did not. I was still debating should I pick these up, but you know what? I still have some Murano glass that are still trying to sell, so I didn't pick those up. Going back to the Pyrex though, it's a little pricey, but I should still make some money off of it. Kind of expected for estate sales to be a little bit more pricier than what you normally see in garage sales. But again, if there's still meat on the bone, I'll buy it.
Hi. Hello.
There was a few things in this estate sale that intrigued me. The first thing was the Pyrex. Second thing was they have a payphone here. Third thing, they had an accordion. And the fourth thing was just to check out the sports stuff that they have here. So those are the 4 things that intrigued me. Mission accomplished with the Pyrex. So I'm just looking around to see what else they have. Now, I'm not a Boston Red Sox fan by any means, but you know, sports stuff does sell. You want to look at the tag to see what it, what it is. In this case, it's Majestic, and you wanted to see if it's in good condition, and the size is decent because it's large. Anything under large is going to be a slow seller. So I picked this up, not knowing what the price was, but I dealt with this estate sale before. Now, they're not the cheapest estate sale, but they're not the most expensive either. So I had confidence that even though this jacket didn't have a price on it, it would be pretty affordable. Now, this room has like the knitting needles. My wife is a knitter, but she doesn't want those things. And then you have the creepy dolls in the middle. I don't even bother to give it any eye contact because you don't even know, they might kill you in your sleep. Now that TV over there is from the 1970s, but there's no sold comps on it. People are trying to sell it, but I didn't see any of them actually successfully selling any, so I didn't pick that up. I think it was like $60 or something like that. This room had a lot of little tchotchke stuff as well. I did see a couple of glasses that were beer related, so I picked those up. One of them being is the Blue Ribbon, and the second thing was a Miller. So I said, oh, that's not bad. Let me pick those 2 glasses up. But then I wanted just to check the comps just in case, because normally I don't pick up glassware like that. But I knew it was beer related, so there's some value to it. And also they can't be that expensive. And then the other thing I picked up later on in this room, there's a Disney figurine statue that I picked up as well. Now I'm making a lot of damn noise with the Pyrex in my bag and the other stuff. I could have dropped it off at the whole section of the house, but I said, I can manage with it. Now they do have vinyl records here, so I have to take a look at it. They're not in the best shapes, and it's in an era that's not worth that much. There was one that I looked up that was a Donna Summer one. I had to look up the comps for it, but it was only going for about $4, and they were asking $5 per record. So I was like, I eventually put that one back. That was the Donna Summer one. So out of all the other ones I saw over there, I was like, it's not that great. And I was a little bit disappointed that I didn't pick up any records, but I knew what I was dealing with at this estate sale, that most of the stuff were from the 1970s and under. So I knew that most of those records would not be great. If you're not familiar with mailing records out after you sold them on eBay or whatever, you would get something like this. And then depending, like personally for me, for records, if they're valuable, I take the record out of the jacket, I put it in the soft sleeve with the jacket again, and I have the 2 cardboard sleeves on each side. That's what I do for valuable records. If they're not that valuable, I usually just send the record with 2 cardboard slats in it and don't take the record out. But that's just me. But you could check out YouTube on how to pack records. Another thing, if you guys think about picking up records, you always want to take a look at the record itself. It seems obvious, but sometimes you don't do that. A lot of times I find it that it's all scratched up or stuff like that. And with records, as always, people might be particular with the jacket, so less wear on them, the better. So I'm just comping out this Donna Summer. It doesn't go for that much, so put that back. And for $5 a record, it's getting towards the territory of being expensive. But I found some good stuff that were actually $5 a record, but this time around did not find any. So by the time I came to this section, the accordion was on the top of this table over here, but I did look at it eventually later on in the sale, and the bellows were not great at all. It was in bad shape, but more power to the person who's going to take it. I'm sure they're going to try to repair it because it does need some work. I don't even know, I forgot what the price was, but good for them. I am actually intrigued about this DVD VCR combo. Now, I don't usually sell an item like this, but it has value to it. I've seen other pickers pick it up, so I want to see how long it's going to take me to sell something like this. It's a good test to see, because you see all these YouTube resellers and you see them pick up something like this and they sell. I want to do a test and see how long it takes me to sell something like this. It's a good intriguing thing to do. And this one has good value to it. Even if it doesn't work, I'm sure I could sell it for parts. And like most of the time when you see something like this, they don't come with a remote. This one does come with a remote, and the remote goes for $10-12. So even if the player doesn't work, the remote will make my money back and then some. I saw this Star Wars VHS and I go, oh boy, this is pretty old, I could tell. So let me just double check on this as well. So now I have to do the dirty and carry this player with me everywhere I go. But it could be worse. It could be carrying the payphone or the accordion, which is even more bulky.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Find anything yet?
I will buy it for you. Well, I don't know. My wife's looking more than I am.
Ah, gotcha. You stay out her way then.
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny, you know, you see familiar faces all the time. So this room has the sports stuff in it. Now the sports stuff, when I was looking at it, there was stuff in there that was not certified, authentic, with the signatures and everything. So that's a pass. Also, it also depends on the team. In this case, it's the Trailblazers, and the Trailblazers are not popular other than in the state itself. So that's a no-go for me as well. I did see a sealed DVD in sports. Didn't pick that up. And then there's some Sports Illustrated that were framed, but it was not really a significant point in sports history, so I didn't pick that up as well. You big dummy, you don't shine the black light in the reflection in the mirror. I'm a dummy. But eventually I put it down and I shine it and it doesn't glow, so I didn't pick it up. Earlier, when I just first walked into this house, somebody was looking at the cookie jars as I was picking up the Pyrex, and they were saying how the cookie jars were cracked. So I didn't even bother looking at it myself. I did look at this payphone. I was just curious how much it was and how heavy it was. It does sell. It's just shipping is a nightmare for that, and not something I want. But there's money to be made on that payphone. It's not the oldest because it's 50 cents a call, not the 25 cents. But again, it does sell. How that person got the payphone is beyond me. So over here, there is some Fisher Price toys on this table. I do have some Fisher Price toys that still hasn't sold, so I didn't even really bother looking at those. So I passed on those, and then on the side over here, it has some tools that are pretty worn, so I didn't look at those even more closer. But anyway, that's pretty much what I bought at the estate sale. I want to thank my subscribers for getting me to that 1,000 subscriber mark. I appreciate it. It's been a long time, and it was a lot of hard work and everything. But anyway, if you haven't already, again, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to the 1.5 mark now. But I'm going to show you my haul and the comps, and I appreciate you watching. So first up is the Red Sox jacket. That hopefully will sell. And then we have the Return of the Jedi. The red flag on the corner means it's worth a little bit more. It's pretty old. And then we have the beer cups, and they are pretty decent condition as well. They should sell. Then we have the DVD VCR combo. Again, most of the time it doesn't come with the remote. Thankfully it did. There's no battery corrosion, so that's a good to go. Then we have the Disney figurine. You know, those Disney fanatics, they're pretty strong and they buy a lot. Then we have the Pyrex that was shown on Mrs. Maisel. You always want to check the bottom of the container to check the number, and then you want to match the lid, that the number on the lid, it matches the one on the bowl. So now I'm going to show you the comps.